Howdy. Howdy. So, I'm worried. I'm worried that this will have like bad voice quality, sound quality, and everything because it seems like this. I'm in the yellow. Let's say. I mean, not even not. I even need to adjust it a little bit, but not much. Maybe. So maybe now I'm in the yellow. It sounds like okay. If I'm a little bit louder, barely touching the red, which is okay, just a little bit, But I still think it might be fucked up because somehow it always is. Uh, but seems like everything is all right. Hopefully, I was messing around a little bit, so that's why. Not with the game, but with because I wanted to make the camera wanted to make the webcam work so that I would be able to record stuff with me, my face on the screen, because people are so. I mean, they like it. I wanted to say something else, but that wouldn't have been correct. Oh, hey, let's see. You see that? That wasn't even planned. And it will not bring any satisfaction, but it happened right now. Well, some satisfaction. Hey, Chevreuse. Okay, I take it. I think only Kave would have been a better there. Do know. So also, I don't even know if it was on screen. I don't remember. Probably wasn't. Or maybe it was. We'll see in just a second. So when this happened, it was a Bennett, of course. Yeah, that was a Chichi. But I don't know if that was after I stopped the streaming or when I was streaming. But it was a downer for sure. But it's like telling me that build your Chichi properly, dude. It's time. I mean, where is she? Did I? No, oh, no. Oh, I could
One, two, breathe. Three,
be with her, right? Yeah.
four, and
So it's only some talents that I need, and also, okay, she has the Ocular Favonia. I heard that this is the best weapon for her, and if I do all this with her, regenerating HP, blah 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 blah, then with this artifact set, if I would get some better ones, but this is not the worst one either. So at this point I think 16, 20, 16. Yeah, and this is a 12, but I can upgrade some stuff here. Even like this. Well, this could get higher, but not much higher. That's the thing. However, we got a healing bonus. Where is the healing bonus? Healing bonus. So that's 67, which matters with this build. Energy recharge, alrighty. Not maybe we will see if that would matter more. Bit more HP wouldn't hurt. The attack is, I think it's fine here. We don't need elemental mastery as much. Defense, I don't even know what about defensive, which one is good, which one is bad. It seems like it's on the higher end. and because she's like healing left and right and using that as damage. So yeah, so I could build a viable clam Chichi. I mean, not the best one, but I've not been maxing. But the thing is that I'm planning on now that she is C3 at this point. So if I would use Chichi, then I would probably not get more constellations for her. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't even know if it matters. I mean, what does her constellations do? Here, targets marked by the fortune-preserving talisman have their attack decreased. Not bad. Revives all fallen party members nearby and regenerates 50% of their HP. This effect can only occur once every 15 minutes. Yeah, no battle will do, but this is basically the same as Barbara, right? It's just not one, but all fallen party members. So she could revive the whole, entire party, I guess. Which is, hey, don't say it's bad. Especially if you fucked up if you fucked up in Abyss, then you would just go grab a coffee or something and then return and say that okay, 15 minutes has passed, and on the next level just revive. No worries. Okay, so would I? I mean, I think I should just get rid of the resin. So that's why I'm like, yeah, let's do two main ones. Okay, so the other thing is because I was messing up with the latency thing. I was worried that it will mess up and the latency will be very high, but it's not that very high. Let's say 10 seconds. Much worse than... I don't know how I see streams taken from Twitch where somebody who is streaming like asking something and somebody the answer comes as fast as somebody could have typed it. So, but definitely the answer comes in less time than here. The latency shows you that I was asking something, which is fucked up, because how and why? So I don't know, but I heard that the Twitch latency is a few seconds as well. So I think that it's different for higher tier, higher level streamers. They get like something better. As much as far as I know, on YouTube, the streaming bitrate for 1080p, the coding there is better for like higher tier streamers. That's like not confirmed by YouTube, but confirmed by some streamers. So there is that. So it's a known fact, not like it's not like a suspicion or anything. So that is why I'm streaming in 2K, because 1080p will be fine, but I'm streaming in 2K because 2K is forced to have a better bitrate. However, I have to sacrifice the ultra low latency for that, because that is not allowed for 2K streaming. So that's... But now, this way, I'm forcing YouTube to use the better coding, which is why my streams are not falling apart. However, that is why where the internet is worse a little bit, it's not the best, let's say that way, then it could be laggy, it could be like buffering more, much more, much more, and that could be annoying. You could get the resolution, you could get the resolution lower, but because of the bitrate, it would definitely be still higher. So, why I'm streaming? Oh, yeah. I should have clarified that.
Umbrella warfare, I guess. Umbrella warfare, I guess.
There we are. I'm streaming because this is the time when I can. I mean, yesterday I was about to. I was very close to. But I was still tired, and I was like, okay, I know what I will stream when I will stream, which is this quest, the Dainsleif quest, and I didn't want to ruin my experience because of tiredness. So today, like at least 2 hours ago, but more like 3 hours ago ish, I decided that I would want to stream because I will have stuff to do later during the evening here, because here it's 3 o'clock. So at noon I was like, okay, I was already doing my part to start the streaming, like washing the not dishes, what the washing clothes. And like planning the other one. I was planning that washing the other batch of clothes. I was just hanging the laundry out while I was already streaming. So I'm just like put in the back soon, go out for like 2-3 minutes, do the laundry, then return. Now it was 1.5 hour ago, 1 hour ago or something, because there were so many things that happened since. But my plans for the evening did not change. I mean, did they? They did not. Yeah, I did not get the answer about it. But even I was asking that, is it the same that we have agreed on? So I expect it not to change. However, still, did I not click on it? What the fuck? Oh, navigate. I get it. So still, I have like 3 hours to finish this now. When I was like, oh, 5-6 hours, that's more than enough. So I really hope that I do not have to. I mean, let's see. This will auto start here, right? Oh, not yet. So let's see what's the name of this quest. Bedtime story, cold case. Yeah, bedtime story. Let's see if there's a information about. Is this chapter Act 6? Chapter 4, Act 6. Huh. There's already a 1.5 hour, 1.5 hour, 1.5 hour. 4 hours, okay. Makes more sense. Oh, that's part 3. I don't get it. I have a freaking fucking screen. It's 1080p, so it's not. I'm not talking about the 2K. At 1080p, Google search, and it's like one side of the screen, and the titles are like cut. Freaking fucking let the freaking screen fill up. What the hell? Why? Have the option that I'm not freaking reading everything on a mobile phone. So here, Act 6 full story, it says. So it wouldn't be that long. Again, my marketing for my first date night. Oh, that joke never gets too old. All right, so it's not what I'm looking for. Hey, what about help me domain? Welcome. I don't know what why do you use a name like help me? And what do you mean by domain? Oh, it's not auto starting. Oh, freaking fucking. Thank you. Huh.
Perfect. It's you two. I have a commission here that has your names written all over it. In fact, I'd even go so far as to say you're the only ones for the job.
Yeah, like usual. I mean, I kinda was guessing that you're helpless, but make it as your name is like. Wait. Why? And I don't know how could I help. I mean, ask away.
The only ones for the job? Huh. If our help is really that important, it's probably some Archon class commission, right?
Or maybe that we are already like parts of this commission thing, because you know we are our agreement with Dainsleif. Okay, I've never heard of that classification before, but sure, we're happy to take this on. Which Archon do you need us to deal with today?
The Adventurers Guild doesn't employ that kind of classification system. In fact, this commission is also probably not nearly as intimidating as what you're expecting.
At this point, we'll see. We can fuck up things big time.
All it asks us to do is to find a missing person.
Huh? Then why did you say we were the only ones for the job?
Because we are the ones who ever met, or I mean, not ever met, but who knows the
I
person.
came across this commission while reviewing our backlog not too long ago.
Yeah.
It seems simple, but our records indicate that over a dozen successive efforts to complete it have all ended in failure, despite attempts by several accomplished and renowned adventurers.
Okay, maybe I'm wrong.
With the reputation of the Adventurers Guild and the performance of the Sumeru branch at stake, it's in our best interest to assign this commission to the adventurer with the highest completion rate over the past few years.
I mean, okay, even if I say that, but I could reload anytime. But most of them we did without reloading or like retry or anything. So yeah, like pat on the back.
Well, that's us for sure.
Yeah, flattery will get you everywhere with Paimon. I mean, that's what I usually say about myself. So again, I am Paimon, but I can't guarantee we'll be able to complete it either. That's also true. And maybe foreshadowing?
All I'm asking is for you to give it your best shot.
Alright. Just as on my first date night.
If it proves to be beyond your capabilities as well, I'll talk to the commissioner about canceling the commission.
Huh.
Okay, so who are we looking for? And what is it about this commission that's made it so hard to complete?
This commission was jointly issued by the residents of Vimara Village. They say one of their own villagers has gone missing. But the problem is, they don't know the missing person's name. They can only
What?
provide information about his general appearance.
What? Vimara village is not that big.
They're all from the same village, but they don't even know his name?
I'm Paimon.
If so many adventurers have failed to complete complete this commission, maybe this missing villager doesn't exist at all. Could it be some sort of a prank or something?
I mean, sounds like it.
Unlikely. Several villagers came by to issue the commission, and judging by their appearance and tone of voice, they seemed incredibly sincere. It certainly didn't seem like a joke to them.
Alright.
Besides, putting up a commission requires a processing fee. There aren't many upsides to a prank that costs Mora to carry out.
Huh. True, that would be a little strange.
In any case, it would probably be best to go to Vimara village and ask around first. The Adventurers Guild does have some information on hand, but I would say anything you can learn directly from the villagers would be far more reliable. The best way to avoid misdirection is to go to the source.
Huh, misdirection.
Alright
That's
then,
a
let's
lady's
go.
name.
I'm starting to get really curious about this whole thing.
Yay! Curiosity that killed the cat. That took so long to realize that that's a Schrödinger's reference, but not just yesterday. I'm just saying that since then, anytime I'm saying that phrase, I'm always thinking about Schrödinger's cat. I wanted to check how my audio is. Yeah. A little bit higher. Not much, just a little bit higher. Okay. Next stop. Is that the chick who got a vision back here? I mean, we never checked on her again. Okay, another thing that I want to check. Huh, okay. Whatever.
We made it to Vimara village! Why don't we talk to some of the villagers to learn a little bit more about the missing guy? If this commission is really as challenging as Catherine made it out to be, we're gonna need to carry out a very detailed investigation.
Bottom.
Hello there. You looking to buy something? I do business in this area.
Nope.
Oh, no, we're adventurers. Catherine sent us to look into a commission here in Vimara village.
Ah, so you're here about that then. Ah, you're not the first, that's for sure. We've certainly made a lot of trouble for you all.
Huh.
To be honest, we aren't holding out much hope. Many adventurers have made their way out here, confident they'd be able to help us, only to leave soon after with nothing to show for their efforts. We've pretty much had it up to here in questions, and the area around the village has practically been overturned in search of clues. But no one has been able to make any headway.
I mean, you don't have much to go on with.
So, this person we're looking for, what's his name? Where did he live? Does he have any relatives?
Sorry. I did some tweaking. Okay. No name. Well, that might matter. Does he have any relatives? That might matter.
I don't know. I really have no clue. I couldn't tell you.
Okay, guess you are really sick of answering questions.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to sound short with you. I was actually just giving you my answer to your questions.
So those 3 questions are a no-go then. Is there anything else you can tell us?
I know it may seem like we don't have anything to offer by way of information, but I promise you, we all have a very strong impression of him. When you live in the same village as someone, you develop a lot of memories together, you know?
Well, I was thinking that maybe the Aranara might be involved, but that's like a known issue, not a known. That's like an unknown known issue.
We just don't know the specifics. Maybe we did at one point, but that information is long gone by now. At least that's what everyone in the village seems to think. We've all exchanged what we know, and that was the only logical conclusion.
Alright, specifics aside then, what kind of person was he?
Young guy, in his early 20s probably. Incredibly kind sort of person, always willing to lend a helping hand.
Okay.
I'd chat with him when I didn't have any customers. I even saw him stick out his neck for others on more than one occasion. Very interesting guy, that one.
Now that you've started talking about him, you don't seem nearly as down in the dumps as you did before. Seems like he left a pretty good impression on you.
So okay, so they remember the issues that they were involved in. I mean, they know it's a he. It's okay.
But of course, everyone in the village is pretty fond of him. We wouldn't have issued that commission otherwise.
So that is why I would like to have my face on the screen. Other than, I mean, no other thing would, because you would be able to see when I'm like dazing off in the distance trying to figure out something, because I do that a lot. And if you click on here at that point, then you would just see, okay, the screen stopped, nobody's talking, like nobody, for like a half a minute maybe. Yeah, happens.
There aren't many young people like him nowadays, so genuine and pure. To think that he just up and disappeared one day. I just hope nothing bad happened.
Could he have just moved away without telling anyone?
No, he's not the type to leave without saying goodbye. And anyway, moving away without being seen by a single person in the village, there's no way he would have been able to manage that.
Huh. Alright, thanks for the information. We're gonna go ask around some more.
Okay, I expect this to be the same until the last one mentions something that vaguely allows us to go in a direction, or somebody will show up. Oh, I fucking don't have the... Fuck you.
It's that guests I hear.
Hey, Maria. I mean, do we remember him, or does he remember us?
Hi, Grandpa Amadea. We're here to help you look for the guy that's gone missing.
Ah, so that's what brings you to these parts. Coming all this way for our sake. That's so very kind of you. With your help, I trust that young man's case is in good hands.
Wasn't he who gave us the liar?
Could you tell us a bit about him?
I mean, I'm not saying that he's a liar. I'm saying that he gave us a liar. Not lies, but you know what?
Of course. I'm happy to help any way I can. With my failing eyesight, I'm afraid I can't offer much about his appearance. But I do remember hearing the sound of his voice. Not recently, of course. That loss has left me feeling quite empty. I don't think his parents are still living in the village. But somehow he never seemed lonely. In fact, he was usually the one offering companionship to others. He would often take time to visit the elderly, or play with the orphans in the village.
Sounds lonely to me, but usually people are not thinking about that aspect, that the loneliest people or the saddest, the most depressed people are the ones who take care of others the most, because they don't want others to feel the way that they do. So we even know the entire aspect of it, the reasons behind it, but because those kind of people are really cheerful, nobody would expect them to have problems, which is really fucking sad. Not that sadder than their just than their depression and their sadness, because that's the ignorance of the world.
And whenever someone had something on their mind, he was there to listen with open ears. He always knew just what to say. As the village chief, I owe him many thanks. Helping villagers navigate difficult moments in their lives should have been one of my responsibilities. But he was often the one rising to the occasion.
Okay.
Wow. He seems like such a nice and gentle person. No wonder his disappearance affected you all so much. But, you wouldn't happen to know any details about his name, address, or family situation, right?
I'm ashamed to admit it, but I just can't remember. No matter how you look at it, I should know those things. But for some reason, no matter how hard I try to remember, the information just doesn't come. Perhaps my age really has caught up with me this time.
No, I'm really thinking that Irman's soul might be. So we will go to Nahida. Yeah, we will, because we will. I'm guessing, because we are unable to get anything from the NPCs, and this is an Archon quest. Let's leave the NPCs behind as quickly as possible. So if we want to have information, because it really seems like that every data is there, it's just that freaking one character is deleted. They remember that something has happened because the time did not change. It's just there. Like this is exactly what the Wanderer was doing.
It's okay. There's no need to force yourself to try and remember. We'll figure something out.
Maybe we will get the Wanderer involved, kiddo,
Well,
as I
Traveler,
call him.
what do you think?
There's probably more to this case than meets the eye. A lot of things are not adding up.
Paimon thinks so too. Like, the name thing. It's so weird that no one remembers his name. And nobody has been able to tell us anything about his family or where he lived. It's like this guy's been erased from reality or something.
Yeah, I would say it's more like he's someone who only exists in people's memories.
Wait, so you're saying it's not that he's been erased, necessarily, but more like he never existed to begin with?
Okay, that's a different point. Oh, then we are not repeating storylines.
Okay, Paimon's gonna need some time to process that one. Someone who only exists in people's memories?
Kind of difficult, but it wouldn't be that difficult if there was just one person. And also, at this point, then we would have to investigate if there are some effects of his presence that couldn't have happened if he did not exist. So if he was just a memory, then then he didn't affect the world. So, but how would you prove that? If you would be able to check on alternatives, like in Life is Strange, then okay. But I don't know. Could it be like what happened with Greater Lord Kadavata, like some sort of mass alteration of people's memories?
You two are the adventurers who just arrived, right? You're here for the Vimara Village Commission?
Yay!
Yep, sure are. We were just looking into the case.
Yep.
I'm so glad to hear that. Thank goodness you haven't given up. I've been so worried the Adventurers Guild might cancel our commission.
I mean, we're your last hope.
My name is Atosa, by the way. I grew up here in Vimara Village. Anyway, I just wanted to say, please keep searching for a missing villager. I'm begging you. You have to find him.
I know what's going on now. It's the Witcher. I mean, toss a coin to the Witcher. Nope, nobody, just me. Okay, I'm sure we'll track him down. We'll certainly try our best.
Yeah, no need to worry. We'll give it our best shot. So, were you close to the missing villager? Are there any leads you can give us?
I'm not sure this counts as a lead, but follow me. There's a place I'd like to show you.
Okay, show me a place. Show me a place. We'll drink coffee, and I will like try to convince you that it's not that big. Don't worry, it's not just saying. It's really not that big. It wouldn't hurt. Neither of us, probably. I mean, I would get enjoyment out of it. So that I hope. I hope that for you as well. I'm just saying.
Is this the place? Under this tree?
Ah, we're looking for Buddha.
Yep. I know it doesn't look like much, but this place is very meaningful to me. It's so full of memories.
Uh-huh.
We used to always sit together under this tree and talk. Sometimes we would look up at the clouds in the sky, or stop to feel the wind against our skin. We could sit there for hours at a time, never realizing how long it had been.
How long it had been.
I was actually adopted by the people of Vimara Village. The forest rangers found me in the woods as a child.
Oh, that's why you have a blue clothing.
I was surrounded by such good people, and growing up in the village was so lively. Still, there were times when I couldn't help but feel incredibly alone.
This really has something to do with loneliness. It's coming up more and more.
Alone?
Alone?
How should I put it? When something's bothering you, or when you have good news to share, you always want to talk about it with somebody. But for the longest time, I didn't know who I could talk to, or if I should say anything at all. Everyone has their own problems to deal with. Even if I might want to confide in others, I don't want to become a burden.
Okay. I have suspicions here about her, because this is exactly what I was saying. That she didn't want to, so maybe some unconscious way it was her. I think I get what you mean. That's what family is for.
Really? You know exactly how I feel?
I used to have someone like that, a family member that I could talk to no matter what. But now I have a lot of friends who understand me and would be happy to hear me out. Oh fuck, okay. Because this is my theory about this whole thing, that that we are kinda, maybe that's not the most important part of it, that we are kinda a clone, we're just made. Which is not the main part of this story, it's more like so that, okay, what I'm trying to say here is that our memories of our siblings, our sibling, could be different than what actually happened. Or maybe something didn't even happen, we just remember those stuff, but that's more like mixing up with what here is now. It's more like, I think that we either did not exist or did not exist on this plane at all. Not in the way that we could talk to him. Like it's more like, okay, I connect to this one. So everything in the Archon Quest methods, like the Akasha Termina, how Irminsul can be rewritten, how the skies are fake, and all these other stuff that show us like what are the laws and what are the physics, what is the logic of Tewat. And how those things are affecting us, and now it seems like that this is why we know how it feels, but this is going to be part of our revelation, that certain stuff did not happen, we just remember it, because I think somehow memories are implemented here. That's why it is probably in Sumeru, because here it was prevalent. I always forget that word. Prevalent. Prevalent. What I am trying to say is a longer word. Prevalent. It corrects me to prevalent every time. But prevalent means ruling, prevailing, dominant. Maybe dominant is the most prevalent. It could be. It could be that my memory is lying to me. So that would be the most prevalent. Now I lost my train of not the train. The train is there, but my last sentence where I was using the prevalent, or wanted to use the prevalent. So the thing is that now this is an Arc Conquest, and now it's probably going to introduce us to a mechanic that is that I theorize that will be very prevalent in our story and in our conclusion, definitely. Like that happened a lot. Also, when we're getting closer to an end of a season, let's say, like I expect the Golden Apple Archipelago in the next patch-ish. I don't know. We rarely ever get to the 9th installment, or do we? Okay, let's check on that one. No. I think there wasn't, because mostly I'm like corrected to. It's 3.8, 2.9. Also, I'm corrected. Yeah. 2.9 was skipped. 3.9. Yeah. Okay, so the 9th patches are missing. And after the 8th. So the next one will be Archipelago. Or something similar to Archipelago. Which is like these last two patches usually contain something that is foreshadowing. Especially the Archipelago is foreshadowing for the next area, and some mechanic that is prevalent there. However, it's usually turning not just the last few, but the Arc Conquest altogether usually introduce us to the most important ways how Tevot works. Okay, I did over talk this one, but I was like checking some stuff. So I think this is why it's important for us here.
Wow, that sounds really nice. You're quite lucky. When it comes to our missing villager, well, I guess you could say that to me. He felt like both a family member I could rely on and a friend who could really understand me.
I mean, what? What? Is this the memory? Or are they sitting up on the tree?
No matter what came my way, I knew I could always talk to him.
Because if they were, it's a memory about they are sitting on a tree, then that girl was on the right, and on the left, the guy was in blue.
He was so thoughtful and pure, and patient too.
But wasn't.
Whenever I talked to him, he would always seem so interested, as if the things I was describing were just as important to him as they were to me.
But it wasn't blonde.
Ever since he disappeared, there's been so much I wanted to tell him. No, none of those things matters now. I just really want to see him again.
Wow, you two must have been really close. Did he ever tell you anything about himself?
Or have you seen anything about himself?
He mostly just talked about interesting things he saw around the village. He'd share a lot of his own wild ideas as well. Oh, right! I did ask him about his parents once. But all he said was, they're not here anymore. I didn't know whether that meant they had left the village or passed away, and I didn't want to pry.
Still not much to go off of.
Look at me. Talking your ear off and still nothing to show for it. I'm sorry I wasn't more help.
Don't say that. You helped us understand him better, which is true.
The last time I talked this much in one go was when we were still together. Come to think of it, every time we talked, it always seemed to be around dusk, just like right now. Time always passed by really slowly. Even when it felt like we'd been talking for hours, the sun would still be at the same position in the sky.
Well, time always seems to pass slower when you're relaxed, right? What's wrong, Traveler?
It was always the same time of day, and time never seemed to pass. Huh. Based on what we've learned, this is definitely not a regular missing persons case. What Atos just told us about time could be the key to unraveling this whole mystery. Actually true. That expression was funny.
Hey,
So,
look at those hilichurls over there. Doesn't it seem like they're acting a little strange?
wait.
The Abyss Order.
Something
They be the
disappeared
ones
there.
behind all of this? Uh-oh, we've been spotted! Quick, get ready to fight!
Do we really have to?
Stabilize.
So, they are sitting there. So, he has below. That's carrion clothing. But why are they sitting here? Defeat all the crocodiles. Where are the crocodiles? Are you talking about these crocodiles?
Watch out!
Okay. Yeah. He teleported back. I went too far. I went too far.
Gather.
Watch out!
Did you really? Oh, others.
Transfixed.
Even more? Not more.
Thank you so much. I wasn't expecting monsters to show up. If you hadn't been here, I'm not sure what I would have done.
It was no trouble.
The question we should be asking now is, what is the Abyss Order doing around here?
Now that I think about it, the hilly trolls around Vimara village have been a lot more active lately. They seem agitated and would often attack anything in sight. Chief Amadea doesn't allow the children to play in the area around the village anymore.
Maybe the Abyss Order really is involved.
I mean, is the children not going out the most dangerous thing or whatever? Or most important here?
Well, we should head back and check out the situation in Vimara village just in case. If the Abyss Order is plotting something that could spell trouble for the villagers. Wait a second. That person! It's Dainsleif!
Yay! What up?
Ah, it's you two.
Yeah, it's we
A
too.
friend of yours?
Yep.
Well, I'll leave you all to it then. I should head back to the village and check up on Chief Amadea and the others anyway. Well, see you later.
I mean, if I ever had like that kind of responsibility, that I would just have to get back to somewhere to just check on them if they are alright. It's like a good excuse anyway.
Yep, see you later, Atosa!
Going to the beach. Okay, that nod was necessary.
Why do you always have to pop up out of nowhere like that? Is it your life's mission to jump scare us or something?
I mean, that wasn't a jump scare at all. It was like right there.
It's hardly personal, or intentional for that matter. As long as you and I are both in pursuit of the Abyss Order, we're bound to cross paths.
Ah, so you're here to investigate the Abyss Order then. That would explain the monsters you were fighting just now.
I mean, like always.
Naturally. Hold on. Are you not here for the same purpose?
We're also on their trail, but I admit we ran into them on accident.
No matter. It may have taken you a while to catch on, but I'm sure you've also realized by now that there's something strange about this place.
I mean, we are realizing.
The Abyss Order is most certainly planning something in this area. Or worse, their plan could already be in motion.
Could it be that our siblings' memories have been tampered with by the Abyss Order, and something like that they are doing? Because that's a connection. That could be a connection there, but that's assuming that our sibling's memory has been altered, which has a high probability. But I'm not getting into that. But because probably I wouldn't be able to get the details. But I was seeing and hearing some theories about that.
So you think the Abyss Order is behind the hilly trail activity in the area?
As things stand, I highly doubt that is their primary motive. I would imagine the increased hilly trail activity is merely a byproduct of whatever it is they're really trying to accomplish.
Still, the hilly trail activity is causing a lot of problems for the people here. We should stick around for a while and protect the village, don't you think?
I mean, they can split up.
The best way to protect them is by figuring out what the Abyss Order is truly planning. That is how we prevent further tragedy.
Kinda agree. I mean, mostly. It's like, but is it a either or situation? Well, let's see what more we can learn from the villagers, and after that you also owe us many answers.
And you shall have them. I never intended to hide anything from you.
But you did it anyway.
Don't worry. There should be ample time to talk.
You return to Vimra village, you question the villagers, the sky grows dark.
Ah, so that was the commission that brought you here to Vimara village.
Huh?
Someone who seems to only exist in people's memories. That is indeed quite intriguing. I would agree that it's unlikely you have a simple missing persons case on your hands. However, any possible connection to the Abyss Order is still unclear.
Oh, that would be a very fucked up. It's probably not the case. It's just at this point, my crazy theory is that our sibling and we are the same, but not in the same that we are like split. But it's like actually I'm imagining the my other half. Or maybe he was like just a projection, and maybe Dainsleif is here only because he knows. So, I mean, Dainsleif could be lying, but still, so it could work with lying involved, but it's more like nothing is like. At this point, I think nothing is underlying that. The fact that we met ourselves. So like you know, like a Tyler Durden narrator situation here, and like a Fight Club situation. So that would be crazy, and but I think that actually what we will end up with is going to be crazier. But who knows? Who knows? As far as I know, no proofs about that, of course. But as far as I know, Hoyoverse at that time, MiHoYo knew already where they want to go with this story. So what will be the finish? We got some fillers because of the success of the game, but probably because there was a 5-year plan. I think the original plan was 2 seasons in 1 year, and that's why we have so many fillers. Because if there wasn't like that many fillers, then this story could have not concluded already, but maybe we would be already in the story's endgame ish. Maybe started in 2020, so we're 3.5 years in, almost 4 years in, and we barely stepped over the halfway with Fontaine. No, okay, so from the beginning, there was the beginning, which was Mondstadt and Liyue together. Then there was Inazuma, Sumeru, Fontaine, already in the second half, Natlan as the next one, Snezhnaya, where the second half would be like, because we started with Mondstadt and the Inazuma together, so like after Snezhnaya, a Canria thing together. Okay, maybe the end of Fontaine would be the half. The half time. So this would be the half time. That would be very depressing to think that way, because then Natlan, Snezhnaya, Canria, and probably Celestia, or something like that. That has to do with Celestia, like the end game of the story. So we're halfway now, and so maybe they didn't double it, but made it just like instead of 5 years to an 8-year plan. That seems like 7-8 years plan. That seems very likely.
It appears all we have by way of clues is increased hilichurl activity, and that is certainly not much to go off of.
Well then, how about the intro you promised me?
Right! That mysterious voice she heard in her brother's memory. The one who called himself a sinner. Who is he?
Okay. Well, was there a night twitch? Did I see it right? Yeah, there was a night twitch. Not a like a eyelid twitch. It's more like the iris was going.
Traveler, let me ask you this. Do you believe your sibling to have betrayed you?
I want to have faith in him, in a manner of speaking. Yeah. I don't think that he betrayed. I don't think that he thinks that he betrayed us.
I sense hesitation in your words. After all, you still haven't figured out the whole truth of what happened.
Yeah, that's true.
There's still hope for the two of you to reconcile. Irreparable damage has not yet been done. The sinner you wish to know about, his situation is different. He and his fellow sinners have long betrayed me, and long betrayed their nation. His name is Vedrfolnir, the Visionary.
Okay. Oh shit. Okay. Very funny then. Okay. Let's go.
I'm loath to admit it, but he is also my kin, my older brother.
Holy.
Your brother?
What happened between the two of you? I'm having goosebumps. What really happened in Karia back then?
There were 5 of them. The 5 sinners of Kanria.
Holy.
The wise Roptatir. The visionary Vedrfolnir. Gold Rhindaughter. The foul Sertalogi. And Rehir of Solnari, Rerir.
Okay. So, the Wise we never heard about. I mean, I don't know. The Rehir. Rahir. I don't know. Rehir, Sonari, Rerir. This sounds like sun. Okay. I'm trying to I kind of connect these. Hydro. This is Pyro. Geo. Foul. Now these two I don't know. Hydro, Pyro. This needs to be something darkish. Okay.
No matter how eroded my memory
What
may
was-
become, I will never forget their names.
Okay, we will get back.
One day, I shall have my vengeance.
Are you Lawrence? Okay, so by the way, that was the 5 of them. We heard 3 of them, about 3 of them, but 2 of them basically just names, so we only can go with Rhindaughter, and I think they were like alchemists. Probably all of them. But maybe just Gold was the alchemist out of them. And maybe it was just part of all that. There was either manipulation involved, but through alchemy there was probably cloning, which had us as the result. Because if he was there, he saw that. He would have known us before, if we existed. I mean, no, I'm guessing here.
Wait,
No.
some of those names sound really familiar. Rhindaughter is the one who created Albedo. Sertalogi is Skirk's master. And the one we just learned about, Dane's brother, Vetafolnir. If he was the voice of the sinner, then the one who inspired Clothar to create the Abyss Order was him.
Somehow everything is connected. But I think, so the Abyss Order was created by Clothar, but the Abyss itself wasn't. And I think it wasn't created by any of those. It's more like they started to tamper with it. And because of what happened back then, either success or non-success, they probably required it to happen again in the new loop. If this is a new loop, because I'm not sure now that are we in the second half of this loop, because that's now, it's a little bit blurry that 500 years ago when Caria happened, was that the start of the new loop or was that the middle? Because it seems like there's a middle event and there's a like a cataclysmic conclusion of every loop. And it's not even like a set amount of time. We know the set amount of time to be 500 years when Caria happened, but we don't know that what we have shown at the very beginning of the game with the unknown god, if that was at the same time or part of the same series of events than what was with Caria. But I think everybody assumed and everybody connected it. It was never, I don't remember anywhere to be mentioned that those were like similar. We know that there were hundreds of years since we met with our sibling, but we don't know exactly. It wasn't said that it was 500 years ago. It's just hundreds of years. We know that at least 500 was. Because we know that we were there in Caria. But it could be that we were just there at that point. But we didn't see. It wasn't even us. We know that our sibling was there. At Caria. And saw some stuff. And that he fought that homeland. That is homeland. But he could have had stuff before Caria. Why we were not there. And we didn't see any time that he was like thinking about us being in Caria at that time. So we might not have been there at all. We might have been dormant, like in Celestia or something. We might have had a second fall. If that's true, then the stone slates we found in that ruin in Fountain, the ones that outlined Fontaine's prophecy, that was likely Vetafolnir's doing as well, but that was again before Caria. How was that? How was that done? Because if it was before Caria, I mean, it tells the story before Caria. So they told us the story as they remember it. So that there somehow memory is involved again. How they remember the future. Because in their loop it happened like that. But they know or knew that it will happen. If they are connected to the Abyss that way, even if they are not connected to the Abyss that way, but it could be that this entire loop thing is not Celestia's doing, or the Shades, or anything, or any usurper, or any Maybe these guys are trying to be usurpers. Trying to use everything that they can until this loop gets them where they want. Maybe we were tools for that. We were sent there to deal with the heavenly principle. Oh fuck that! That's good. Maybe we were sent there by these guys to Celestia to get. Maybe we are the ones that they are bombarding Celestia with. Maybe the that corruption on the unknown god, which is probably the heavenly principles, are part of it. The corruption is something that the result of our attacking, not just ours, but probably this whole group. If that's the case, then this conspiracy is entirely different, which would be so freaking cool. Ah, okay, let's go on.
They were once people of great esteem in Canria, those who carried the hopes of the nation. They were the best of their peers, outstanding in their respective fields. The 6 of us, together. We should have been the ones to prevent the disaster. The ones to stop the Vinster King from continuing to rock the foundation of the world.
Vinster King. The Vinster King, oh.
Yet, deep within, the 5 of them craved something more. They could not resist the call of the Abyss, and divided among themselves a power that could destroy the world.
Uh-huh. Like... We're talking about 6. Which, okay. 6 here matters because let's see if I can get a picture of that. Well, there are pictures about it. I think this might be the best to look at right now. We might need 2 of them. If I want to explain both. No, this might work. Okay. This has all of it. Of course, it's on Reddit. Okay. So let me change the scene. Oh, I'm so excited. Let me do it like this. Okay, if I... there you go. So... do you like this? Do you see this? Probably not. If I click now. Wait. Why not? I want to show this. Oh, I'm showing the freaking fucking game. What the? I mean, not game. YouTube. Fuck. Okay, so here. Yeah, here's a little bit of delay, but don't worry about it because nothing is happening. So this is on the plate behind every domain, and this is the middle. Here it mirrors everything, and I think this is like 500 years cataclysmic event, 500 years out of it. So maybe not 500 years, but getting into the loop, cataclysmic event, or maybe not cataclysmic. Maybe here is a cataclysmic event. Oh, fuck knows. Let's get into it. So, primordial one, the 4 shades. This kinda I don't know, but here, this is what you can see on the chest of Paimon, which is here it is broken for some reason, but you can see that it's broken. Now here there are 6. I think we are talking about these 6, and one of these is Dainsleif then, and there is someone standing in front of them. So here I think there is Paimon. I think here is the 4 shades and the primordial one. I think here is Paimon with something and with some role. We don't know about this part. So, but here it seems like there's an attack happening upwards. Oh, maybe I got the answer I was looking for. Okay, got time. At least that's the thing. Okay, so I think this is Teva, and this is the ascending. And because if we see this, can I do anything with that? Nope. Because this is mirrored and this is upside down, so it can be also a descending thing. But here this part really feels like ascending. And I think these 6, maybe they have already like would have ascended, but they did something to not to. But really seems like they would like strive upwards, but like there's a border keeping them from being able. And because these seem like branches. So this is where I think that somehow Irminsul, Sumeru, Rukkhadevata, I don't know. I don't know the entire connection here. I'm just seeing symbolism here. But I'm saying that this we don't know, not at all. But here these are like I think these symbolize dragons mostly. But here there are genetics connected. We saw these kind of patterns in Apep, you know, in Sumeru with the Hydro Dragon. So the Dendro Dragon. So the Dendro Dragon, I think, either he's connected to all these, or he's actually the one here. Because Sumeru and the Dendro is very connected to Irminsul, and at this point we see that Irminsul is very important in keeping Tebot intact, and the history of Tebot intact. But it's either corrupted already, and nobody knows it, because we know that not even the Dendro Archon would know if it was tampered with that way. And which is why I'm saying that these stories, these Archon quests, they introduce stuff that could be very important later, like reference later, that, you know, like in that case, because we will then accept everything. It's part of the lore. It wouldn't. So I don't know who wrote all these, but here you can see that other people were like depicting these parts as well. I'm not getting into that right now, but where this is from, because it's a Reddit post. Anyway, I'm saying that here the 3, it's about this 6, and I think this one is here the Heavenly Principles. I think the Heavenly Principles have 3, like, let's say, branches, and we only met one of them, and this might be like, here this is the border, and here they might be able to slip through and attack it. And I think it could be, I'm not thinking, I'm guessing more like, that if Paimon is here, it's like a very important thing. It seems like. But I guess this is about Paimon. Maybe Paimon is not the primordial one, but maybe it's she's just a very important one. Okay, now I just realized that these look like horns. But if that's the case, then she might be asleep and dreaming this samsara, these loops, because these loops, or maybe it also can be that these 6, and there's a 7th one that is making the protection of this samsara. Or maybe the 7th one is who is dreaming the samsara. So many things can be here, and I don't think that we will get answers. I mean these answers, but it's the small details they are getting through. Okay, let's get back. What just? Huh? There it is. I don't know why. It's game capture, so I don't know why the screen, not the screen, but the background was captured there instead. Okay, so this is a Dainsleif quest, so it could be like every second sentence we go astray like that.
So they became sinners, but also transcendent beings, each in possession of world-shattering power.
Huh.
And when the cataclysm occurred, not one of them stood up in defense of their nation. Not
their
one
nation
came forward to prevent the tragedy, and for that, they shall never have my forgiveness.
So again, did they have Archon powers? So the Archon, no, the Gnosis are, we know that it doesn't make somebody Archon, but the Archons possessing the Gnosis. That one we do know. The Archons were given the Gnosis somewhere in the past, might I say. So it was way before Kanria. It was very complicated in the beginning to understand for me, but here, not one of them stood up in defense of their nation. So they were not Archons, but they could possess these Gnosis. At least at that point. It could be that the Archons are that protective of their Gnosis because of that. Because they know what can be done with them. Because those who remember what happened at the Cataclysm, they don't want to talk about it. And they definitely have guilt. Also, I'm not thinking clear. They could still be them. Dainsleif is very, very against the Archons. Really hating them. He really doesn't want to meet them. So, We know that Ruka Devata is not there anymore. She was destroyed. Okay. Let's get back here a little bit. So okay, we have here the 7 Archons, and okay, Venti definitely remembers. He was alive. He stood alive. Zhongli definitely remembers. Was alive, still alive. Mokoto died. A doesn't remember. She wasn't there, but that means that one of them has died. There. Rukadevata died. So now we have Nahida. Egeria died. So now we have Fossalor, but Fossalor died. So she was like, okay, let's get rid of all this fuckery. I don't know about the Natlan Archon, what she's about. She's like still fighting because they are like the nation of war. And there's the Cryo Archon, the Tsaritsa, who seems to want to collect these stuff all. So 5 of them, as far as we know. One of them is Dainsleif, was Dainsleif, but Dainsleif is not part of it. So 5 of them seems to be still around. Each from a nation, might I add. So what was missing here? So I think we know that Reindatir is, as far as we know, Reindatir is not an Archon. The Visionary, as far as we know, the Tsaritsa is not the Foul. But no, the Tsaritsa could be the Foul. But are all 5 of them alive? Maybe they were not all of them Archons. And it could be that some of them are hiding. So we might get some revelations. So I think maybe 4 of them are still there. And maybe one of the... Because if the Natlan Archon is one of them, and the Tsaritsa is one of them, then 4 would be like still active as Archons. And the other 3, one of them is lying to us. I mean, we know that Fossalor is not one of them, so either A would be the one or who is lying, or she will be the one who is lied to. And A is the only one who could be. If that's the case, and that's what I'm saying. Or maybe one of them is not an Archon. At least one of them is not an Archon. But I think that would make sense. Who would be an alchemist out of these? Maybe all of them. Who knows? But because God Reindatir, that should be then Zhongli. Fuck knows. This is so freaking complicated, but it's... Oh, here I see that they are like connected to the 7 sins. Even better would be that... okay, let's go. I have time, but I'm really taking my sweet time here, it seems. Okay, I got another Okay, that was work related, so no. Okay, and then my sibling came into contact with your brother. So not one came forward to prevent the tragedy. And for that they shall never have my forgiveness. So this is because the Archons, they seem to have great guilt, especially Zhongli. Seem to have great guilt about it. And I think Venti too, but Venti is more like mischievous than like regretting. But he drinks a lot, also like what somebody would bury their guilt in. I don't think that they are able to forgive themselves either. And then my sibling came into contact with your brother.
Indeed. If they are not stopped, the day is sure to come when they will also betray the entire
So they are in
world.
contact right now. It must be hard to talk about all this, but thank you for telling me. Oh, do not conclude
Of
this
course.
talk.
As I said, I never intended to hide anything from you.
So, Dane, what have you been looking into all this time?
I've continued to investigate the questions surrounding the Loom of Fate. It's been quite some time since the initial operation was launched. By retrieving the eye of the first field tiller, we were able to stop part of their plan from coming to fruition.
This didn't look like... it was similar, but this... I mean, this setting, I think we were standing there right like this. This was just not there. Or was it? I think we just saw a picture of it.
Oh, Paimon remembers! Weren't they going to use it to corrupt Osiel and make a god or something?
Yeah.
Indeed. However, it's obvious that was just some sort of technical experiment. The eye was integral to their plan, yet somehow, despite failing to obtain it, they've skipped the experimental phase and found some other way to keep moving forward.
So that was like... Palpatine somehow succeeded.
There are many signs pointing to that effect.
Then, what should we do? It's not too late, is it?
I think we're getting close to that.
Our most pressing concern is to determine the purpose of the Loom of Fate. From there, we'll be able to deduce the Abyss Order's true objective.
Because I think fates, the visions are referred as fates a lot of times. And the Loom of Fate, it's like weaving it all together. And like redistributing the way they want it or something. I don't know, but it really sounds like something that how they get control over the fate of the world that is happening. Now the question is, what is that fate that they are striving for, and what would be the fate if they would not interfere? Because if their methods are like questionable, that doesn't mean So does it mean that okay, so the methods might be questionable, but their endgame could be like everybody's benefits. As far as I'm concerned, that could be. It could be that everybody is trying to save the world. They just cannot agree on how. You know, we all, not we all, but most of us saw the new Fallout series, which was very cool of that. But we know that Gold Rhindatir is part of or the leader of the Hexen Circle. I mean, we don't know about this leader thing here, and I don't know if there's a leader there, but it could be, because we know that the disciple of the Fowl is Child, the disciple of Certology is Skirk. We know that the disciples of Gold could be the Hexen Circle. And as I said, two of them we don't know much about until now, One of them is Dainsleif's brother, Fenrir, the Visionary. Fenrir, the Visionary, the Foul, Certology. Oh, the Certology and the Foul are the same. Okay, so he's got 2 disciples. And the other 2 we don't know who they are. But Dainsleif knows, and we just like, thank you, we don't need any more information.
Based on the intel I've gathered so far, I suspect the Loom of Fate is related to the ley lines in some way.
Would make sense, of course. But if the ley lines, that means Irminsul. And Irminsul is definitely part of recording the fates and what's happening, but also as we saw, to like so if everything would be like rewritten in Irminsul in a way that would have a different conclusion, because it could be that the Irminsul is like a tool to keep the loops in fate, the samsara, like the Akasha was. It could definitely. So it could be that the Loom of Fate's purpose is to like change that in Irminsul. That would make so much sense.
The ley lines?
I mean,
Traveler, you were able to observe your siblings' memories last time, yes? I believe that was due to the fact that the ley lines in that area were unstable. My recent investigation has shown that Abyss Order activity in a particular area is usually followed by a series of issues with the ley lines.
So if they were here and they were messing with the ley lines, then maybe we'll be able to get some memories. And one of the things that flows through the ley lines are memories. Oh, it could be that the Vimara village, they don't even have someone, but because the memories are like coming out of the ley lines issues, then they get these memories about somebody who could actually be even our brother. It would make sense because we have the same. Which is probably what is happening here, because they want to keep this all connected. So they have the memories of our brother. They got some of the memories of the brother. It was like everybody got the same. It's just we don't even have to say their name or anything. We just have those memories. But why was the little guy in carry-on clothing? It looked more like Kaya. Oh fuck. It looked very much like Kaya. Okay.
Wait. Then our commission here in Vimara Village. The person who seems to exist only in people's memories. Could it be connected?
Could. Oh no. Kaya and him, they met. Dainsleif and Kaya, they met. So Kaya cannot be one of the 6. The question is, was Dainsleif somehow involved, but now he is like a quote-unquote betraying the others? In their eyes, it's betrayal. Where did the curse come from? Okay, so many things. Memories, ley lines, the Loom of Fate, the missing person that doesn't seem to exist. What's the connection between all this?
It's certainly possible. I'll join your investigation tomorrow. This missing persons case could very well turn out to be the key to unraveling these mysteries.
Yeah.
Well, if we're teaming up with Dane again, we're gonna need all the energy we can get. Let's try investigating somewhere a little further away tomorrow.
Huh. Okay. Okay. Oh. Stretching like always. At least with...
tired. Paimon used way too much brain juice yesterday. It's all Dane's fault saying all that complicated stuff.
I mean, yeah, I'm with you now. So, like, not like always. Usually when Paimon starts to talk, then we finish the stretching very quickly, but now the animation went through. So, I didn't sleep well either. My head's a mess.
Well, let's go find Dane. We've got a lot to do today.
Yay. You won. You won. You won. Is your second name McGregor? Then that would help with the pronunciation. Hey Dane. Give me lore.
Dane? Hello, Dane? Why are you just zoning out over here?
I mean, maybe he is watching something.
Did something happen?
He was just sleeping, standing up. What's wrong, Dane?
The missing person from your commission. Could you describe them to me?
I mean, no.
Oh,
So maybe it wasn't just one person, but like a collective of memories. But I really think that it was more like the memory of the same person that it was experienced like all over by other people, but it was just rushed out on everybody else. But I think it was one person. It feels like at this point.
young guy? Early 20s? Seriously, Dane, what's going on?
There appear to be certain memories in my mind that weren't there before.
Oh! You got affected.
Memories of him.
Maybe we just talked too much about him yesterday and you had a weird dream or something?
I mean, we're descenders, so we cannot be affected, but nobody said anything about Paimon yet about that. And so we can be. Or it can even be that Paimon really is just like our extension, like part of us. I mean, that would be very weird.
No, it wasn't a dream. They're memories. Memories that suddenly appeared in my mind after I woke up. And I'm certain I've never met this person before.
Then it's not our sibling. Well, what exactly did you remember?
I remember handing him the eye of the first field tiller.
What?
What? Okay,
I'm
so
Paimon.
this missing person definitely has something to do with the Abyss Order then.
Indeed. And it appears he possesses the ability to implant memories into the minds of others.
Could it be intentional then? How is that even possible?
Wait then. All the memories the villagers have of him, could they be fake too? Maybe they never knew him at all.
No, it's not like they never knew him at all, but it's more like the question is that those memories can be not already altered purposefully when they appear. So not real memories. Like you remember them as memories, like your brain stores them as memories, but they were like created ones.
But why would he do something like that?
Whatever the Abyss Order is planning, an important truth has been revealed to us this morning.
What sort of truth?
That their goal is still to obtain the eye of the first field tiller. They haven't stopped searching for it.
Okay. Palpatine did not succeed.
I am the only person who knows its location. Perhaps implanting that particular memory was an attempt to interfere with my mind in some way.
But then it could be. So they can implant but not extract memories. That's interesting. Is the eye still safe? What if that memory is real?
Your concerns are not entirely unfounded. I don't believe the Abyss Order is capable of altering reality like that just yet.
But it could be that this kind of memory would send him to the eye, and they would be able to like track him in some way.
However, considering their single-minded pursuit of the eye, I would say an equal level of caution is in order on our part. Come with me. We must check whether the eye is still in our possession.
And you do it exactly. Oh fuck, we shouldn't.
Oh, so you're
have.
going to take us to where you hid it?
But what if someone follows us? If we get straight there and someone is on our trail, aren't we just exposing the eye's location? Maybe that's the reason the episode implanted just what I was saying. The memory in the first place, to force Dane to confirm the eye's location. Given what I know of him, though, I'm sure Dane has already thought of that possibility. It seems like he might already have a plan. Let's go lead the way, Dane. And I was thinking about that as well, but here we are talking about altering people's thoughts. Memories are still just thoughts. I mean, like, those thoughts not created by creativity, but like actual. I mean, are they? So when I'm thinking about the past, is it a memory? But it's a thought because I'm thinking about the past. Huh. Are they? Either way.
Of course.
Still, it wouldn't have hurt to just bring up the question. Maybe we would have figured out his reasoning that could be different from ours. Okay, it's probably not close to here. Oh, but not that far either. So I think it was somewhere around here-ish, where the tree was. So that's why I'm not teleporting, because I want to see if the tree is still... Not the tree is... Of course it's still there. Sorry, too late. So we could see the chasm behind. Not that far though. Maybe because yeah, it will be like here. I think we could see yeah, the line there. And the tree stump, or giant tree stump somewhere. Well, that's a tree stump. Was it farther? I want to figure out the location though. Ah, too far. What? Why? I cannot take this guy, huh? Yeah. Just as I thought. So tree stump. Okay. No, fuck you. Deal with the guys. What the? But we're back in Vimara. It should be then another or different tree stump, not that one.
allies. You want this seed?
Leave me be. Maybe I shouldn't do this when I'm on a tight schedule. What the fuck? That's not what I wanted to do.
Gather.
Not down there. What the? Everywhere there's something.
Solidify.
Laid bare.
Can go away and let me just look around. So that was in the background. And we were probably not this close. This area seems like it. What? Why is it darker here?
Gather.
It's Arlek, you know. But why? Because there were enemies. Okay, it had to be somewhere here. Ish. It's not this one. When we didn't see village nearby. And still there's a tree stump. It was close to the water because there were the crocodiles. It will be there. Oh, freaking fucking jump. Not down from... fuck that. It was that one, huh? And they are sitting there. Alright. I need to mark this. How to mark? Because I'm curious that after the story, are they still there? And also... both of them are wearing carry-on clothing. Ah, fucking wrong buttons. Okay. It was way too much time. Yeah, because I was trying to look here. I thought that it's somewhere here. I should have gone to the water right away. Okay. Not here. So what I need to do will be at least 1.5 hours from now. But I was like arranging something with my friend in
So
the
you hid
meantime.
away out here? Not an easy place to discover, that's for sure.
Yeah, probably wasn't even there before.
Well, let's go check to see if it's safe.
Traveler, wait.
Hmm. 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 You don't want to enter?
We've no time to lose. Let's head inside.
Oh, okay. He just said wait. What was Dane going to tell me just now?
Hey, wait up!
Was that like changing his memories or, at that point? Because then it might be that the day before we saw the actual changing happening as well. Oh, so Dane is not even here anymore. Okay, if we go further, or is it? Ah, okay, sun's down. Alright. So it's not the place that made it darker. Place of Revelations. We would need an electro. Whom would I want to change to an electro? Because we need pyro. Let's change Fufu to
Stay close and you will live.
the Shogun. The Raiden Shogun. Raiden? I should have healed before. Alrighty. And we're there. Okay. That's up top tier commentary for you. There. Hey, you guys.
Illusion shattered. Transfixed.
You do? Oh, what's with that? Oh, there's more.
It appears the mechanisms here have changed over time. You can access the upper floor through the side door. Perhaps you should try reactivating the mechanism over there.
Is there something down there? Probably just death. Well, this might be different. But there's nothing to loot. Except this one. Huh? Oh, sorry. Oh, okay. Work related again. Filterer. So it wasn't just the eye of the filterer, but the filterer itself? Yo, dude. Then you should be a very dangerous filterer.
Stabilize.
Well, whose playstyle you like more? For me, it's definitely Arlecchino. I don't really get the hype around Nevelet. I mean, I see why, and the damage is there. I mean, why it would be the, like the beam. It's cool. It's just not my playstyle. If I would get him at one point, then probably would be practicing and take it my playstyle. For me, and definitely because I'm more like playing with this health up, health down band of life thing, which is not the best thing because like someone can heal out of the bond of life from Arlecchino, but if I use
Staring into my eyes is ill-advised. I can't promise you'll like what you see.
so let's just demonstrate. So if I press now the G to heal, motherfucker, you see, I just cured the bond of life, but during combat or something I cannot do that. But even during combat, the healing coming from other characters can clear the bond of life. But the thing is that it is here. A bond of life created in the aforementioned ways cannot exceed the origin. No, that's not what I'm looking for. Where was it? Yeah, so while in combat, Arlecchino gains a 40% pyro damage bonus and can only be healed through Pale Moon Rising. While in combat, okay, I was the freaking stupid here. So while in combat, this doesn't work. Okay, then the game works as intended. Still, Arlecchino, I think it's way more damage, and I like melee combat. Whoa, it's just like in Indiana Jones. Oh, that will be a puzzle. Or riddle. Okay, will we have... No shadows there.
Make sure all the runes are pointing in the direction indicated by the light. That should unlock the mechanism.
Oh, that will be... Oh, we're back here. That will be quick. Just as my first date night. Yep. There you are. And this...
The door's open. Let's
Okay.
go. Our destination is just up ahead.
Yep. It couldn't have been done faster. That's my pride. I'm not sure. I'm more like I can talk in favor of Arlecchino, but I cannot really talk against Novelette because I don't have Novelette. So I'm not that familiar with his playstyle. It's more like during the tests I did not care that much. The Arlecchino I really like. I really like her playstyle. Okay.
Looks like we
What's
can't
this?
go any further.
But what's this statue? Huh.
Be on your guard. I sense the presence of the abyss.
Oh, I think... Okay, Why didn't I think of it? I think they knew exactly that we were going to be followed. And he wanted to lure them here. Yep.
It's the Abyss Order! They're here!
Oh, what's going to happen now?
Solidify!
There is no escape. Overruled.
Coming at ya!
Oh, that's... Oh, different.
I will have order.
Hiya! Hey there!
Laid bare.
Are you? Okay.
Just as I suspected. The false memories were a trap. The Abyss Order just wanted to follow us here.
But that was your plan, wasn't it? Also, if you're asking me, I think the single best character that you can get in this game at this point, I think it's Navia. Why? Navia is not does not require any other character. She's a little bit squishy, but it's she's protected by shields. She generates a lot of times, but more like this crystals generate, and it's like a part of her playstyle. But she hits like a freaking truck, and what I'm saying is she doesn't require other characters. However, her damage can be outdone by elemental mastery stuff, but it's more like the min-maxing people, for min-maxing people. Without anything, without any elemental reactions, and she can clearly and easily do like 100k and 150k damages at certain times in ideal situations, of course. But that's true for the others, that the really high damages require ideal situations, ideal artifacts and everything, and those are shown when people are showing what they can do with certain characters in videos. Those are shown that they use their best characters, their best situation, their best damage that they could bring out. You care more for like the constant of the damages, you know, not like the highest crit, the highest whatever, because if you put everything on one character, then that means that you don't have those on the other characters. For example, with Arlecchino, there is this thing that you know, you use her skill that gives this mark to the other characters, and you switch to other your other characters, do a rotation for 5 seconds, and after 5 seconds you do you switch back to Arlecchino, do a charged attack that clears these marks and gives her those as bond of life, and her damage output will be pyro and so much higher. Now if you don't switch, you press the skill, you just get out that mark, you don't switch, but use the charge attack right at that point, you don't get that much of bond of life, that you don't get that much extra damage, but you don't have to wait 5 seconds. And sometimes you do that, and in 2 seconds everything is done. So while switching off, while min-maxing her damage, you would hurt your damage because it would take a much longer time, even just start to deal that damage. That you can do like right away, if you just don't care that, okay, this is the rotation, how it's done, this is how it's supposed to be done. No, don't care about that. You want that damage quickly, be done with the enemies quickly, then you do that right away. With like more difficult enemies, then it's probably beneficial to know this 5-second thing and play like that. I do think that an Arlecchino is better for me, definitely. It's I don't know about the Neuvillette. Neuvillette, he drops these these healing orbs, as far as I know. It's more like I cannot, maybe not cannot, but I don't really care for that kind of playstyle, to collecting all this stuff. And even though with Navia there is a similarity, it's just not healing points, but healing orbs, but crystals that give you shield, that gives you more damage as well. But it's more like the melee attack and whatnot. I don't know. So, but somehow I don't get that much of the Novelet stuff. And also I think for him the non-interruption thing. If I think it's a constellation. I think it's similar with Arlecchino. I think Arlecchino has a constellation like that, but I'm not sure. That is required, or is it Chlorine? I'm not sure. These characters I don't have. But the interruption with Novelet is like, that's very bad for me, definitely. Even with shielded or whatnot, I don't get it. And also with Arlecchino, oh, I really like that. Even with the skill, and if you, I think if you use the skill and she is infused with pyro, but maybe not even necessary. But she just like jumps to the enemy, like from actually very far, and then like in the abyss or like in challenges where it's needed to get to the enemy and hit them fast enough, then it's very beneficial that when you like latch onto those enemies. That's very cool. I really like that.
Now that they're in the vicinity, we should have a chance to see.
Obviously.
Dane? What's wrong?
My quest? What do you mean?
Can you feel that? There's been a disturbance in the ley lines. It must be the work of the Abyss.
What? Who? And what? How? It's the ley lines, but why? Why do the ley lines hurt you?
Wow, you must be really sensitive to that sort of thing. Paimon doesn't feel it.
You too. Do as I say. Use that mechanism over there and leave this place.
Oh, leave you right here on your own? Will you be alright?
The Abyss Order is putting something in motion. If you return to Vimara Village, I suspect you might finally have the opportunity to locate the missing villager. Just think of it as a way to divide and conquer.
Alright. I'm not really. I have trust issues. I mean, we're not in a hurry. But we're leaving. I wanted to take a look. Dane does have a point. But something still feels off. What am I missing? Maybe it was a memory from the future that he gives the eye of the first Viertiller. And it will happen right now. Maybe the memories are not tampered with. It's just the temper is that is it happening now or later? But it happens anyway. Oh. Oh, that's going to be one of them. Is it going to be Weatherphonier? Or our sibling.
I knew going along with your trap would be the only way to meet with you face to face.
Okay, I'm intrigued.
You risked your safety, and that of the Eye. That's quite the gamble, Dainsleif. But I believe that I am the one walking into a trap laid by the Twilight Sword.
Huh. or both.
So you came here all on your own? What about those followers of yours?
When the Twilight Sword is prepared for battle, any army I could send would only be marching to their doom. Better that I face you alone.
First time I'm feeling that this voice fits Ether. The first time.
I know you must have a lot to say. But if it's a conversation you want, you'll have to defeat me first.
Well, so they clash, but
The Abyss Order's on the move. The ley lines are all out of whack. We better hurry back to Vimara Village and see
Wait.
what's going on.
wait. But I can't even check on the map because it definitely is restricted.
Hey, look at those hilly trails over there.
They seem strangely calm. No, okay, spoiler here, because we know the picture as we are laying in the grass with our sibling. And if that's if those are memories, or like memories, but they are affecting people, and the Hillagers don't have their own personalities and their own memories. Can there be a connection there? And maybe this will be us?
Weren't they acting super agitated just a little while ago? Why are they so calm all of a sudden?
Wait, I hear something.
In the New World, they bade farewell to the shrouded sun. At last, they no longer needed to dwell on their suffering, or try to differentiate between various thoughts of blasphemy.
They no longer needed to dwell on their suffering, or try to differentiate between various thoughts of blasphemy. Well, save from memories, they don't need to suffer or feel the existence as if it's suffering, or try to differentiate between various thoughts of blasphemy. Now, those are about the Archons, about the Primordial One, or how they are like doing anything against the laws of Tevat, the arrogation of mankind.
Such was the price they paid, and thus their souls became cleansed and pure.
So this is another perspective on the curse.
Did you hear that? What was that sound just now?
That was Ether. You heard it too, Paimon? It was someone's voice.
It sounded so gentle. Could that voice be comforting the hilly trails in some way? Oh, this is weird. Let's check if this is happening anywhere else.
Are they going to... Even if we're taking the apples, it's not doing anything. I would like to be a dick and try to hit them, but that's more like just figuring out if the mechanic works. I don't think that we would be able to.
Looks like the same thing is happening over here too. The hilly trails are calm.
You see, we're both still here. We've reclaimed an endless amount of time to love. Release your tears. You no longer need to hold back your sorrow.
Is that voice again? I mean, she would recognize, but it's definitely Ether.
Over there. It looks like they're sleeping.
In the end, he whispered softly. Sleep well, Father. Sleep well, my beloved people.
Or it's Caribert. Oh, it's Caribert. Is it? I mean, we did not see Caribert die. We know that something happened to Caribert, but it doesn't really mean that he died.
When you awake, that which differentiates us shall be no more.
It almost sounds like a poem or some kind of story.
Or a curse.
Well, now that the Hilichurls have calmed down, Vimara Village should be safe at least. Let's put this situation to the side for now. Dane said this might be our chance to find the missing villager, so we should head back to Vimara Village before it's too late.
So, could it be that the memories are of Caribert? Could it be that he did beat the curse? Because that would be so fucking cool. Aurelius, no. You have nothing to do with me. What? That's always... I'm doing that always. Oh. I don't have the chick here. Yo. Tell us what you know. This instant.
Grandpa Amadea, is everyone alright? The Abyss Order seems to be up to something nearby.
The Abyss Order? This is the first I'm hearing of it. Thank you for your concern, but as far as I'm aware, it's been business as usual here in the village.
Well, that's good to hear. Oh, also, you didn't happen to come across any clues about the missing villager while we were gone, did you?
He will know nothing about what we're talking about.
Someone's gone
Yep.
missing, you say? Who would that be?
Huh?
Yep. You don't remember? Things just got even more complicated.
You know, the young guy from Vimara Village. The one you've been looking for all this time. You posted a commission with the Sumeru Adventurers Guild. That's kind of the whole reason we're here, actually. Your missing persons commission.
Ah, I do apologize, you two. I hope I'm not worrying you too much. I'm sure it's just my age making me forgetful again. At least right now, I can't seem to recall whatever it is you're referring to. Perhaps you should try asking someone else.
Yeah, of course. Drag the time.
All right. Thanks for your help, Grandpa Amadea.
I mean, we could already get some conclusions out of that, I think.
Something's definitely not right. We just talked to Grandpa Amadea about the missing villager. There's no way he could have forgotten all about him just like that.
Yeah, okay, maybe we're not.
What do you think, Traveler? Could everyone's memories of the missing villager have been erased again?
I think those memories were not there originally at all. It's too early to say. We should check in with the others first.
You're right. We should narrow down the possibilities first. Let's go ask someone else then.
Bottom. And that's that other guy. No, it's not. Wasn't that guy bottom? Oh, it was you, but you weren't here at that point.
Someone's gone missing? Who?
Who? Who let the dogs out? Who? Who's gone missing? Who?
Just as expected. That guy you said a bunch of nice things about earlier? The one you always used to chat with. He's around 20 years old, and you said he was a kind, warm-hearted person?
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
Oh, really?
Really? You remember?
Oh! It might be that it's not a missing person anymore.
There aren't many young people who've earned that kind of praise from me. If you're certain that's what I said, then there's only one person who fits the bill. No doubt about it. But why'd you say he's gone missing?
Have you seen him recently? Do you know where he went?
Yeah, I just saw him leave the village. There was someone else with him, too. They couldn't have gone far.
Alright. But which direction? We just guess. Okay. Alright. I'm fine with it.
Strange. Bayram seems to remember him. And apparently he just saw him? Do you think maybe it's not that there's something wrong with people's memories, but that we've somehow returned to a time before he went missing?
Whoa! I didn't even consider that. I doubt returning to the past would be that simple. Given everything Dane mentioned about disturbances with the lane lines, I'd say it's far more likely that this is related to memories in some way. I need to think carefully what's really going on. Oh fuck, I so much hate this freaking Sumeru with this thought process. People have forgotten about the missing person. We've returned to the point before the disappearance took place. We are presently traversing someone's memories. I go with this one.
If this person only exists in people's memories, maybe we're in someone's memory right now.
I mean, submit conclusion.
Right! Paimon totally forgot about the leyline disturbances. We're in someone else's memory.
And if we are in someone else's memory, then it's like we were in someone else's dream in Nahida's second quest. We were in repeated dreams. It was Nilu's Samsara. So it's a memory, not a dream. That changes the mechanic to it doesn't have to. So that might be the change here. That it doesn't have to be a dream.
Just like how you entered your sibling's memory last time.
Kinda. Yeah. That's more like
that
it.
Would also explain why we seem to be at a time before he went missing. It's a memory after all.
If we really are in someone's memory, then this is our chance to find him.
Right. If he's someone who only exists in people's memories, then we're finally on the same turf.
Ah, that's cool actually.
Didn't just say that he saw him leave the village with someone? Where should we go look for him?
To the tree.
Who knows how long this ley line disturbance is gonna last? We might not have that much time, and we don't even know whose memory this is.
Let's go through what we know so far.
Yeah, that'll help us narrow things down.
We're going to the tree.
We pretty much figured out that the missing villager has the ability to
implant memories into the minds of others?
That! Can we try to figure out more about him using what we know of his ability?
I mean, we just assume that it's him doing all this stuff, not that he is like a victim of all it.
Like, does it maybe leave a trace that would somehow give him away?
Implanting memories into the minds of others must be an imperfect process. There's no way the new memories could perfectly blend in with the old ones. There has to be some kind of tell. Huh. That's so anime. But it makes sense, but that's so anime, this way of thinking. Scenes from false memories will not change. Time does not pass within false memories. Oh yeah, we know that. False memories are easily forgotten. Nope, that's not. I'm not sure of that, but this one definitely.
If time was allowed to pass within the false memories, there's a higher chance they might conflict with someone's original recollection. That would make it much harder to avoid suspicion.
What? That how is that connected? If time was allowed to pass within the false memories, there is a higher chance. Oh, okay, okay. So this is a pre-fault of that. Submit.
No wonder! All this time and the sky hasn't changed a bit! That must mean time isn't passing! That's the tell of the fake memories! The implanted memories are basically taking place outside of the regular 24 hours of the day.
Okay, that makes very much sense.
If the memories included the regular passage of time, it would be easy for people to tell that something was off. Like there could be overlap or something. People might start to wonder why they remember doing two different things at the same time of day. That's why he makes sure the memories take place at a specific moment in time rather than over a period of time.
If we consider this in conjunction with what we already know, then the question of whose memory this is seems to have an obvious answer. Atossa.
The color of the sky coincides with the moment in time she described.
Oh, right! That's exactly what Atossa described!
Come to think of it, every time we talked, it always seemed to be around dusk, just like right now. Time always passed by really slowly. Even when it felt like we'd been talking for hours, the sun would still be at the same position in the sky.
Yep, that has to be it! This is definitely Atossa's memory.
To the tree!
Yeah, that's where they'll be.
So I did not require to look for the tree because we will be led back. And that's why I think that those two will disappear from it later on. Unfortunately. Because they are so cute. They're so cute. Wait, wait, wait. Wait, 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 wait. Let's go with Zhongli. Fuck you! This is a freaking... Oh, wait. Now... I have tricks, which is...
Osmanthus...
Not this, not that, but I do have tricks. Quick swap, and... I think I need to... use this.
But where are those who share the memory?
Now it's activated, but how do I... Do I need to... I mean, I kinda don't know. Maybe I do need to put it in a different slot. What the fuck? I know that we have that thing just so that we would be able to take a picture during inside domains. It is about making picture inside the domains. That new type of camera accessory developed enhancer. After equipping this accessory, a normal camera can quickly adjust its focus, allowing it to capture images of your travels, so you can record precious memories at a moment's notice.
If you'd like to see Liyue's tourist spots, I have a few references.
Huh.
Osmanthus wine tastes the...
Let's take these guys out. I mean, I don't know why that changed. What was there? Whatever. Let's use that and then that there. This is the hideout. Okay. Okay. I mean, could I even not use this quick swap thing? Oh, it was because of that. I get it. Okay.
Every journey has its final day. Don't rush.
How would I be able to make a picture? I know. What's the name of this? I will look it up because here I want to take a picture of that guy. Special analysis on those. Charlotte can also take pictures inside the maze. Okay. That means...
Where do you want to go next?
Fuck you, game!
I'd like to see Liyue's tourist spots.
What the fuck you, game? Really? Oh, fuck you, game. You have to ruin it. You had to freaking ruin it. You give the ability to people to make that, to making pictures, but no, you cannot make the pictures because this and that and that. Oh, fuck you, game.
So, you see, Granny Jahiet was a mercenary when she was younger. She just talks like that out of habit. She's not trying to scare the children on purpose. Oh, there I go again. Always talking about my own things. Do you maybe have anything you want to share? It's okay if you don't. You could also just talk about what you think of me?
Cute.
Oh, I think you're an incredibly strong and thoughtful young woman. You'll meet many amazing people and live a very happy life. You won't miss someone like me.
Would he be a young Clothar? I don't think so, but because this is more like a present. But Clothar's memories could be.
Huh? Are those your friends over there?
Oh, she doesn't remember us. We finally found him, but why does he look kind of familiar? Because it's Clothar.
Oh, right. This version of Atosa hasn't met us yet.
Friends? I guess you could say that. It must have taken them a lot of effort to find me.
So it is a purpose.
So, I should see what they need. I'm sorry, Atosa. We'll have to continue this conversation another time.
Another time, huh? Yeah, okay. I'll head back to the village then. Talk to you some other time.
I mean, what the fuck? You're guilt tripping, lady. Do not guilt trip people. Like, what? Why was that necessary? Alrighty.
It's nice to see you, traveler. I believe this is the first time we've met.
You're... Oh, factoring in the memory is the Abyssor, the Loom of Fate, and everything else. I need to think of the one person that can connect all of this together. But more like the wristband thingy. Clothar, Cariber. Can... Wait. But they cannot be the same. I'm just going with this because I'm sure this is the answer, but I want to see what the interpretation is.
Dane's brother, one of the 5 sinners of Conria, the one who stole the power of the Abyss.
Mm-hmm. Nope.
Born into abject sorrow, he shall now become the Loom of Fate.
Yep.
You're Caribert Alberic.
Oh. You know me? That's quite the surprise. I don't believe I've met you before. Oh, I see. It was the memory, wasn't it? Your sibling's memory. You saw... the me from back then.
So he was saved. He came back from being in a Hilichurl. Now that's again a new thing. But we're hundreds of years later. So the curse of life, or what was it called? I think he might be bearing the same curse now that Dainsleif does. Maybe a cleansed version. But definitely the curse still works to keep him alive. Also, this is... I don't think that we met him. We meet him in a memory, but I think this could be a different thing because if he is traveling through these memories or through the lane lines, it could be that he's traveling through the lane lines. And can only come out as memory.
This is Atosa's memory. I came here to say goodbye to her.
What?
But I suppose I'll just leave her a message instead. Come, let's find somewhere else to talk.
Huh. Okay, he's controlling it. Of course. This will be for people to interpret, like theory crafters and whatnot. That's a heart. I mean, okay, I won't be able to decipher. What the freaking? That's cool. It's like a Sumeru version of Pandora. Sundora, or something like that. The proof of existence. Which I cannot claim now because we're in a domain. Still. What if I... Okay, nothing. Maybe I don't want to get too close. There should be a chest. What the fuck was that? But I cannot run. So this will take some time, and probably the chest is not going to be this hidden. Still... This is the only time to check. Nope, no chest. Okay, dude. Yeah. Okay. He is hurt. Because he used his abilities, or he is hurt usually, because that would be a Hilichurl thing. What is this place? And where did you get that cloth? In that dress, that you know, your outfit.
I suppose you could call it a realm of my consciousness. I'm someone who no longer exists in the real world, after all. As you well know.
I mean, we did not know that, but you look quite exhausted.
It's nothing. I still have enough strength to play the part of a good host. I've always hoped that I'd get the chance to talk to you like this. And now, the time has finally arrived.
Oh. Interesting. This is a rare opportunity for me as well. I should try to learn as much information from Kerber as I can. What exactly happened to you? What exactly is the Loom of Fate?
Extreme sorrow and pain. Hope and regret coursing through your veins. And a degree of abyssal power that defies comprehension.
Okay, so what is it over the metaphorical meaning? Because I think this is the metaphorical meaning.
Father told me that once I possessed all those elements, I would become the Loom of Fate. But, despite his intentions for me, I never truly became the Loom of Fate. I was merely used as a means for its construction. In truth, I died the moment I set everything in motion. The person you see before you now is nothing but a remnant of consciousness left over within the Loom of Fate.
Kerber is dead. That's why he no longer exist outside of people's memories. Okay, that's the...
As for your question...
An interesting part.
The Loom of Fate is a device capable of weaving ley lines.
Yep, weaving ley lines, okay.
In its primitive form, it can only be used to create and implant memories. But, as more of it is completed, its power becomes stronger and stronger, until finally, it has the power to weave real ley lines of its own.
Okay, so that's how... If the ley lines, and by that I mean Irminsul, the memories of all Hilichurls are like revived, would that take them out of the curse? This is where I it gets interesting, because how much... So it's not just recording memories, but affecting the world because of those memories. But like, does it change in a way that, because you know, when the Wanderer was reviving his fate, it didn't change the past. That was one of the things, that he could not change the past. What was there, but we are not talking about changing the past, but changing the present. But being an effect, because he could change everybody's memories of him, so he could live a life where it wasn't, where he didn't feel he's doing with the history, like all the bad things that were done, but nothing actually have changed in the reality. But this seems like it changes the reality. But could it be that because how the Hilichurls think is what makes the curse work on them? That's what I think, because that's that would make sense than with the ley lines. If not, then that means that Irminsul has a bigger effect on the reality, not just recording and being able to change how people see or interpret reality. But until now, we did not see that actually happening. It was just about people's perception. It was a very big amount of perception, or in a very grandiose way, because an Archon was like deleted that way. Huh. Okay, we'll see.
Once fully completed, the moment it gains the power to weave ley lines, it loses the lower level ability to influence memories. But it also becomes a tool that can change the entire world.
So actually the Loom of Fate would be what gives Irminsul that ability. Okay, grander scale. Grander scale, because if that's the case, then it would be able to change the entire reality of Tewat. And that would be what I was saying a lot of times, that I think at one point we will have to choose between our sibling and Paimon. Which one, and probably which one would we save? Sacrificing the other or something, or like killing the other out of necessity. But maybe this Loom of Fate is what makes Tewat be able to leave the Samsara, but it wasn't created for Tewat to leave the Samsara, but more like Tewat to get absorbed by the Abyss powers, or by the Abyss by itself. The Loom of Fate is going to be what going to be the tool, and we will be probably the ones who will decide what the tool is used for. Either destroy this Tewat and let the Abyss win, or destroy the Abyss and let Tewat win. And that seems very probable. So that was the source of your ability to implant memories?
Yes. I have the ability to control the loom in its semi-completed form. I suppose you can think of it as a form of compensation.
Oh, really?
After all, its existence cost me my life.
So the memories that suddenly appeared in Dane's mind were implanted by Cariper through the half-finished Loom of Fate. That makes sense, but I'm lost as to why he went so far as to introduce himself to all the residents of Vimara Village. But why did you implant memories of yourself into the people of Vimara Village?
Ah, that. I was wrong to implant those memories. I'm sorry I caused so much trouble. Not only for everyone in the village, but for you as well.
He just liked that girl. I think. Atossa. I think.
I just wanted them to feel like I once existed in this world.
Oh, and also.
As if I had a chance at life.
So that's why I would have never guessed. But is there any kind of meaning to this? Does only existing in people's memories really count as living? And no, you're lost here.
I know what you must be thinking.
Really?
Why would I do something so meaningless?
Yeah. Heritage is always like legacy. Like just even. Yeah. For example, my own experience about that. It's at one point it was an intention. It became intentional for me to like not building a family and not having children, not like having this legacy, this kind of like what everybody and like how the procreation and like building. I'm looking for the expression to say it right, like basically not the right one, but basically having the bloodline to remain, to affect the world in that way that the survival of the race is what I'm thinking of, and the survival of the race is when people have not siblings. What am I saying? When people have children that have their legacy and then they live on. Now, I basically excluded myself, and not like, oh, I will not ever do that if that will be. It's more like I don't think that it will happen, and I made peace with it. But it's more on that regard as well, that I'm actively trying to not try, if that makes sense. So I'm not trying to not to, I'm trying to not try. That makes very much difference for me, but it's more like, you know, legacy will not be done that way. But I want to leave behind traces, that because otherwise, if I when I die after that, it my possessions will be scattered after a while, definitely, and I will be remembered like close relatives, some friends, but when they die, I will be just gone, which is fine by me. That's what I've made peace with it. But since then, it happened that I realized that I want some stuff, want some things to tell. I think those are precious thoughts. Those are my creative thoughts, or not just my, but thoughts, philosophies, worldviews that I appreciate and I praise for a lot, and I want to have them collected as my legacy in a story, and I am writing that story. I'm almost halfway with it, in more than 2 years, and the last year was a slow one. It will be like if it's how I think, then it will be 1,200 pages with 300 words on one page, about. Not exactly, we'll see at the end, but I have it thought out very much. But sometimes it gets a bit more. We'll see at the very end. The thing is that that gives me purpose, because without that, I was like not worried, but I knew that at one point I will become like a bitter and will feel meaningless, because I wouldn't have anything to leave behind, or like keep the race up and live in, even though I don't think that is necessarily going to be relevant for the race for a long time. But that's another subject, a very, very different subject. If I'm finished with this story, then I will write. I have ideas for another one that would cover that thought process. Right now, what I'm having is having that kind of legacy that's written. That's like material, not memories. That if there would be like a book existing, in 200 years somebody will pick up, I never heard anything about this guy, or who this guy was or something, but here is this book, and they open up and they will get a story. They wouldn't get anything about me, because that story is not about me, not about my life, nothing like that. It's a fantastic story, or like very fantastic story. But there are very, very many values hidden there. And yeah, that would be cool to have that behind me. So I can really get this one. For him to just meet some people who would remember him. Not even him, just have memories that contain him. And that makes sense. This is that motive. You know. This motive. Also, the thing is that we don't see anywhere, but it's referenced in a different way, because this is kinda like a primogem, like a star that here has 4 edges, but we see the 8th one, the 8 edges around it. Now here one of these would be Dane then, and the other 5 is I'm so much into all this. But okay, the other thing is that because these are genetics. So genetically, like, I'm not gonna get into that again, because I'm doing that all the time. I don't have conclusion yet. I'm just thinking out loud. So okay, let's give me some air here. I'm not a fan, but I have a fan. Okay. It's getting really warm here. Okay, go on.
But I just couldn't accept it.
Here, this way maybe it will not blow on the microphone.
I had to know what it would be like if I had my own life. What kind of person I would be. What other people would think of me. Chief Amadea, Baram, Granny Jahiyat, Atosa.
This would have been a good guy.
What would it be like if I could live alongside them? No cataclysm, no curse. Just a quiet life in a peaceful village.
Now it makes sense. But I thought that this is carrying. I think it was for confusion.
I was curious, so I selfishly tried to have my own life. Even if that meant piecing together the version of myself that could have been. One memory at a time. I know it sounds stupid. After all, my life ended a long time ago. Any chance at living was stripped away from me when I was 8 years old. My consciousness left to mature in an illusory world of nothingness. Even the form you see before you was nothing but an invention based on my father's appearance. An imagined version of what I would look like if I had the chance to grow up.
But his conscience have developed. In the end, this all stems from the tragedy that occurred in Korea back then. You know, everyone is looking for you.
I know. But there's nothing I can do to make them find me.
Huh.
If I could exist in the real world, I would return without a second thought and surprise them with the suddenness of it all. But, well, that's not possible for me.
As I understand it, even though you only appeared in their memories, your existence was a great comfort for them, to them. Oh, they all believe you once lived among them.
I know.
You need a hug. Well, now that I found you, let's continue this conversation some other time. They might still need my help.
Captain Dainsleif. Twilight Sword, you mean? No need to meet up with him. Things should already be settled on his end.
Settled?
Exactly. As someone who could only exist in people's memories, the fact that I'm able to talk to you in my consciousness like this can only mean one thing. The Loom of Fate has already been completed.
Oh. What? The Loom of Fate is already complete. That means the eye of the first Fiatiller must have fallen into the hands of the Abyss. Could something have happened to Dane?
No need to worry about Captain Dainsleif. He's absolutely fine. The only reason he lost the eye was because I happened to guess exactly what he was planning. Captain Dainsleif has had the eye inside his body this whole time, hasn't he?
We did not know that.
His plan was to lure the Abyss Order to a false location, capitalizing on their pursuit of the eye in order to have the chance to confront the prince. He would then hand the eye to you and tell you to take it away from that location. That way, Captain Dainsleif could accomplish his own goal and ensure the safety of the eye all at once. A very thorough plan.
But they never handed me the eye.
That's right. Because in his mind, he had given it to you already.
Oh, fuck. Okay. That was good one. Alright. Alright. You're a trickster. Wait, does that mean that he gave Dane a false memory? You made him think that? When?
Before you two entered that false location.
Oh, that's when he wanted to give a and we even stopped there.
Traveler, wait.
Oh.
We've no time to lose. Let's head inside.
So when Dane froze up back then, it was because a false memory was being implanted in his mind. No wonder. Okay, so the first false memories were implanted in him, as I thought when we first met him during this quest. And he was having these changes. He was having these disturbances.
That was when I implanted the memory of him handing you the eye. Given the tense situation at that time, Captain Dainsleif failed to notice anything out of the ordinary, and took that memory to be real. I'm sorry, Traveler, but I needed the Loom of Fate to be completed. And to do that, we had to retrieve the eye.
Okay, just a second, I have a phone call. Sorry about that. Things are getting in motion soon. I mean, here, probably it's faster. Maybe it will be like an unplanned thing that will end up like as if it was planned. So they had the eye this whole time until the Abyss Order took it away. I'm not sure there's anything we could have done. Now that the Loom of Fate is complete, what are you planning on doing with it?
I promise I'm not trying to conceal anything from you, but I truly have no idea what the prince is planning.
Mm-hmm.
Tevat's ley line system is deeply entrenched in the planet. Creating new ley lines can neither replace nor extend the ones that already exist.
Nor extend? Huh.
In the face of everything they could be planning, I fear I'm too insignificant to even get a glimpse of the bigger picture.
But you were used.
In any case, I had my own use for the Loom of Fate, and my goal, at least, has been achieved.
Your goal?
You remember my father, don't you? Clotar Alberic. I believe you saw him in your sibling's memory.
Oh, you will clear his name?
After he used the power of the Abyss to restore consciousness to my hilichurl form, I suffered from an indescribable level of mental anguish. To comfort me, my father told me a story that this was a fairy tale world.
Oh yeah, we were there.
Take on the form of a little monster.
Oh, so that's how, because he somehow cleared the this mental pain or suffering from all the hilichurls. That. But if that happened, then we still need to kill hilichurls. Then that would be so bad.
That story managed to dispel my fears, even if just for a moment. My goal was simple: to use the Loom of Fate in its near-completed form, when its ability to create memories was at its strongest. To implant a specific memory into the minds of the hilichurls. In that memory, I would tell them a story, just like my father did for me. It was a story of fairy tales and love. But more than anything, it was the story of us.
So his voice is very similar here in English to Ether's, so that's why it confused me. I thought that it was Ether. So the thing that caused the hilichurls to calm down back then was Kerber's story. So that was his goal. So at that point, the Loom of Fate was not taken yet. That was the only thing he wanted. He had a device as powerful as the Loom of Fate at his disposal, and all he wanted to do with it was to offer the hilichurls a moment of comfort and peace. So it was just a moment. It's not a permanent thing.
I can't change the world. Not when I lost the very right to exist within it. Implanting those memories, that was the most worthwhile thing I could offer.
Oh, maybe it was permanent. I don't know. Perhaps. I think it was very meaningful indeed.
All that's left of my existence is a wisp of residual consciousness tied to the Loom of Fate. In truth, that trace of my consciousness should have dissipated long ago. My goal was the one thing that allowed me to hold on all this time. But now, the bedtime story is finished. And it's finally time to rest.
Bedtime story. Oh, symbolism. He's gone.
Looks like I was too late to see Kari Bear one last time.
Oh, no.
Kari Bear's consciousness is gone, and this space will soon disappear along with it. Neither of us belongs here. That's why we're not tangible. Were that not the case, I'd love to hug you too. Well, how about a conversation?
Give us answers. You can tell me whatever.
The chance to just stop and talk like this is certainly not easy to come by. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, I almost can't believe it's real.
That battle earlier was tough. The one against Dane, I mean. I didn't expect that after everything, he would still hesitate to raise his sword against me.
Oh, yeah, and did you?
Were it not for that, perhaps I'd still be no match for the Twilight Sword. Even after 500 years.
What exactly are you planning? What are you going to do with the Loom of Fate?
The Loom of Fate, huh? I still haven't found a way to utilize it to its full potential. But there's still time. Before the heavenly principles awaken.
Awaken? The heavenly principles are still asleep, dreaming this. And that's why I think that the heavenly principles got to sleep before the entire samsara of Tevat has begun. Not just the last one. This is the fourth one, you know. The fourth loop or whatever. But the very beginning. So we were sleeping for that long. Which is like... Fuck how many... how much time? It's like... 3,500 years, at least, around that. But if that would be 1,000 years for each samsara, then it's probably closer to 4,000 years. Okay. Second. Alright, everything is set, everything is... I'm just going to finish and go and have... this will be so cool. Okay, so... The heavenly principles will awaken. But... Do they awaken like with every samsara? Because then... what I just said, it wouldn't be correct. Because then that means that we could have met them at the beginning of this samsara. Of this samsara, not the entire. But I really do think that it wasn't. I mean, what we know that the heavenly principles is not present in the last 500 years, not all together, but I think they might have lost a shade, like another shade, but maybe parts of them with every samsara beginning. Like they had 9 nails, as we know, and not all of them are thrown down to Tebot. So it could be that we will get. We still see 2 of them up there, which is probably going to. At least one of them will be thrown down through the story, and I think the last one we will be saved from it because maybe the last one will destroy Tebot. But these are like assumptions all over. The thing is that the heavenly principles are asleep, so Paimon is definitely going to be one of them, or like if it's one entity, then all of them. And that's why I think it's 3 entities, and I think the thing is broken because one of them is corrupted. I mean, one petal there is broken because one of them is corrupted, and the other 2, I don't know how. I don't know. There's some confusion there. I don't want to get into that because we will be here for days. And all those are possibilities. Maybe I would be able to figure it out, but I don't think so. I will see a theory video, and then everything will be different. So, are still asleep?
Yes. For 500 years now, ever since the cataclysm in Conria, there's been no sign of activity.
But maybe they are like switching the dream between them. But definitely Paimon has to be, and
Not long ago, you witnessed the Hydro Archon destroy her divine throne, yes? Such a flagrant disregard for the rules, and still Celestia took no action. I suppose that's proof enough of the Heavenly Principles situation.
Yep.
However, the Heavenly Principles will awaken. We just don't know when that will be, or what might trigger it.
You really hate the Heavenly Principles, don't you?
You could say that. Just look at Kari Bear. He was so pure and single-minded. The space we now find ourselves is a perfect representation of who he was. Quiet and peaceful. Even as a hilly churl, seeing the terrible sight within the mirror wasn't enough to taint his spirit. He brought comfort to the people of this world, even though he was denied the very right to be a part of it. So ask yourself this. Who was it that deprived him of that right to exist? Of course, that's only one example. My feelings about the Heavenly Principles are too complicated to explain in just a few words.
But we don't know that it was the Heavenly Principles. We don't know that the curse was implemented by the Heavenly Principles. As far as I know, it wasn't. I mean, was it? Maybe I'm mixing up memories. If the game says, then I have to believe it. At this point, they think that it's what it is.
Lumine?
Are we going to say something? Well?
You're the only one in this world who calls me that. There's so much I wanted to ask you. But for some reason, I'm not interested in asking those questions right now. There's just one thing I have to ask. One thing I could never understand.
Why couldn't we be together?
Why? Why can't we continue our journey together?
Yep.
At the end of my journey, I arrived at a place known as the Sea of Flowers at the end. Do you remember? A long time ago, when we traveled between worlds together. You told me you wanted to find a place in the universe where that one flower was in full bloom. To have a place like that suddenly appear before me? Well, would you think of that as a coincidence?
You mean?
I miss you too, Lumine. But as this war continues to rage, and as I continue to seek that final answer, I don't even know how to face myself sometimes, let alone my own sister.
What's going on?
The place is crumbling.
This space has lost its tether. I doubt it'll be able to exist much longer. In fact, aside from our ability to physically interact with each other, there's something else you should know about this space. With Kari Bear gone, you won't be able to remember anything that happened here.
Oh, frick. Oh, that's cruel as fuck. Ah, that's painful. She'll not know. Fuck that. But why not meet in person? You know where the others, I mean, one of you know where the other are.
Everything in this space will be wiped from existence, including all memory of our reunion.
Well, because he will not remember either. Fuck that.
You're only telling me this now?
Hit him. Slap him in the face. Ah. That was a cool way to do it, actually. It's cruel, but it's cool. Oh, fuck it.
Still so sleepy. Paimon's head feels all fuzzy. Oh, Paimon woke up a little earlier than you, so Paimon will fill you in. The villagers said that they saw us sleeping near the village yesterday. They couldn't wake us up no matter how hard they tried, so they decided to just bring us back here.
Huh.
Oh, and Dane came by just now. It looked like he was injured. He didn't say anything, though. Just made sure that you were all right and left. Kinda seemed like he had a lot on his mind, but that's Dane for ya.
He never changes, does he? I'm having trouble thinking straight right now. Oh yeah, we don't even know that we were supposed to have the eye of the filter.
Let's think for a second. We were in that memory, and we saw that guy you called Kari Bear.
Wait, was Paimon there?
He was the missing villager that we've been trying to find, right?
Oh yeah, because we...
And after that, Paimon doesn't remember what happened.
Yeah, we went to another place after that. Yeah, Caliber and I talked for a while. Oh, so we do remember of that part, just not the end. Okay, he told me about the Ruba. Oh, until Caliber was alive, we can remember, I guess.
Wait, really? What a score!
Really? It's finished. I guess our commission is complete then. The missing villager, the person who only existed in people's memories, was Caribert all along. But now that he is gone, I'm not sure how to explain things to the villagers.
Well, what happened after that?
After that, I can't seem to remember. Maybe I'm just tired. I feel like something else happened, but why can't I remember? I'm not sure why, but it almost feels like I lost something. Also, that is a ley line thingy. Those memory. Okay. Would this be like a plot hole? Is it, or just I'm not seeing the explanation, because there could be. It's easy to just implement something there, but I think that the changes in the ley lines with the memories shouldn't affect us. We should remember, because we are the senders.
Ah, there you are. Sleep well?
Bayram, you sure seem happy. Did something good happen?
Something good? Huh. Wasn't anything good or bad, I'd say. It's just that, well, the village organized another search party yesterday. It didn't feel right to leave all the searching to the adventurers. So there we were, searching away, when suddenly this one guy said it all came back to him. According to him, one day around dusk he was passing by this one tree outside the village, and he saw our missing villager. There he was, sleeping under that tree all by himself. His parents came a little later to wake him up, and they all left together. They looked like quite a happy family, apparently.
Huh?
And after that, well, we all started to feel like that really is what happened. Kind of strange that we forgot all about it for so long.
Oh, it was... fuck. It was Ether, wasn't it? He just went there, told the story. Guys, alright. No worries. So that's how Caribert said his goodbyes. That was the last memory he gave them. Or that could be that one.
Oh, and we also remembered his name. Caribert. Now, that's not a name you hear every day. Would have been helpful if we remembered it sooner.
Definitely. That is a unique name. But we had to be lured there. Make sure you remember it this time.
Well, I hope he's happy wherever he is. And we're all relieved now that we know what happened.
Oh, so he left a lasting memory, after all.
Seems like everyone thinks Caribert left the village. That's probably for the best. At
Yeah.
least they have some sort of explanation now.
Yeah, Caribert is gone. The Loom of Fate is now complete, and no one else will try to change the villagers' memories.
Paimon wonders how Atosa's doing. Maybe we should go check on her. If she hasn't remembered like everyone else, we can tell her what happened. Paimon
Okay.
didn't see her in the village just now, so she's probably at the tree. Come on, let's go talk to her.
Alright, and let's do it quickly because I have to hurry now. Of course, there she is.
Hey,
Right.
Atosa, how's it going?
Oh, she's sad.
Oh, it's you two. I was just about to go looking for you. I wanted to thank you.
You're welcome.
I was part of the search party, so I remember what happened to Caribert now.
I mean, actually, again, we were really just witnesses. We didn't affect anything at all here.
Honestly, I just can't believe I forgot something so important.
Maybe he wanted you to forget it. I'm sure he wouldn't want you to forget him.
It's funny, but I have this feeling he told me the same thing. I just can't seem to remember when. I guess it doesn't really matter anyway. Life is made up of a series of memories. As long as I hold on to our time together, He'll always be a part of my life.
Yep.
I'm just happy I got to meet him. So, who cares what happens in the future, right?
I mean, you wanted to have kids with him, so. Hmm? Ah.
Okay, I'll admit. I'm just putting on a brave face.
Yeah.
I was dumped, wasn't I?
Oh. How does rejection feel, huh? Huh?
Otherwise, why would he just leave like that without saying goodbye?
I'm sure he had his reasons.
You don't need to comfort me. I'll be okay.
Yeah, but he will not.
It's just like Kari Bear said. It's the things we overcome that make life more precious. And you know, if he has a heart, maybe he'll come back and see me one day.
It's not about the heart.
Anyway,
It's
thanks for
about
all
the
your
body.
hard work, you two. I promised I'd help Granny Jahiet with something, so I should head back. Goodbye.
Bye.
Well, that should be it, right? Everyone's lives can go back to normal now.
I mean, or can get over the head of everybody, because this will get complicated very soon.
Oh, right. Weren't you about to tell Paimon what happened after your conversation with Kari Bear?
Well, we know that you're sleeping. Alright, what was it that happened? I can't remember. It feels like there's something in my pocket.
A picture?
A ring?
Where'd that come from? Let Paimon see.
Oh, you must get along with each other, the two of you. This guy! This... Oh, so cool! This guy knows something. Knew something, more like, but And the bedtime story is finished. Fuck, that was good. We could not make a picture, but we got it. I really thank you, game. But that was... Well, I shouldn't see the key. Okay, I should use it. And go through all these anyway. Because I did like 2 or 3 of those. Yeah, I shouldn't... that's the new one. I shouldn't click on it. Where's the group photo? It shouldn't be like... Yeah, there it is. And so smaller. Why not this big? That's what she said. Okay. So we have that. We have this as well. Not well. Okay, this as well, but this as well, and why would I have any expectations anyway? Okay, here. That's that. What? Oh yeah. Okay, let's just quickly do this and then I leave because I have stuff. Where yet? There.
Add Astra.
And of course.
Thank you for complete.
Yeah.
Add Astra.
All right. And also this. Oh wait, how many do I have? Yeah, enough. That's why it's enough. Okay. Achievements. There. 2, 3. Oh, how much do I need for the next wish? Fuck you, game. But I have to leave. It would have been so cool. I mean, did we? No, just that one. 949 achievements done. Fuck damn. Okay, so yeah, I have to go quickly. So thank you for watching. See you next time. But yeah, that was cool.